When oxygen and vital nutrients cannot reach your legs properly, you feel fatigue, numbness, and cold extremities.
Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Davidson. You know, in my nearly 30 years in the ER and operating room, I've seen the exact same story play out literally thousands of times. A patient comes in with a fall, or maybe a stubborn, non-healing wound on their foot, and they say, "Doc, I just figured the heavy legs and cold feet were part of getting old." Well, in today's Explainer, we're going to tear that myth apart. We're diving right into how you can use specific targeted oils to literally save your circulation. Let's get right to it. All right, here's our roadmap for today. We're covering the silent collapse of your vessels, counting down the top 7 circulation oils, exploring my secret synergy protocols, sharing some real patient success stories, looking at 2 powerful boosters, and finally going over the absolute golden rules for oil storage. Let's get moving. And now I need to be completely straight with you as a heart surgeon. That heaviness, that tingling, that awful wet cement feeling in your calves, those are desperate, urgent signals from your blood vessels. It is absolutely not just an inevitable part of getting older. Your mobility isn't dictated by your birth certificate, it's shaped by the biological signals you're sending your body every single day. And ignoring those signals leads to what I call the silent collapse. Think of your arteries like these beautiful, soft, flexible highways. They should have this perfectly smooth, non-stick inner lining called the endothelium. But here's the catch. After age 60, your body's production of nitric oxide, which is the master molecule that keeps those arteries wide open, plummets by up to 70%. Without it, those arterial highways just shrink up. They get inflamed, and they start collecting plaque like dust on an old shelf. That chronic, low-grade inflammation, that's exactly what's choking off the warm blood flow to your toes. Now, for decades, well-intentioned doctors, myself included at times, pushed seniors toward highly processed, refined vegetable oils, mass-produced canola, industrial soybean oil. It was a tragic mistake. Those oils are chemically stripped and absolutely packed with omega-6 fats that aggressively throw fuel on the inflammatory fire, stiffening your arteries. So we are tossing those out. Today, we're replacing those poison oils with therapeutic fats, literally liquid medicine that forces your blood vessels to relax. All right, Section 1, the Circulation Oil Countdown. Let's rank these top 7 oils based on exactly what they do to your vascular biology. Coming in at number 7, we've got sesame oil. Now, you probably just think of stir-fry, right? But it actually contains 2 completely unique antioxidants, sesamin and sesamol. Think of them as microscopic peacekeepers fighting off arterial rust. In fact, research out of Tohoku University in Japan shows they literally stop vessel-stiffening fats in their tracks. You only need about 1 to 2 tablespoons a day for light sautéing. And here's a surgeon's synergy for you. Add a pinch of turmeric. The University of Osaka found that combining curcumin with those sesame lignans knocks out 2 different inflammatory pathways at the exact same time. Pretty incredible. 480 degrees Fahrenheit? That massive number is the smoke point of our number 6 pick, avocado oil. Why does that 480 degrees matter? Because it protects your blood vessels from the toxic heat damage that happens during high heat cooking. It's a total cholesterol master, absolutely loaded with oleic acid, an omega-9 that drives down dense, clogging LDL while keeping your good HDL intact. Listen to this. The Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that adults over 65 who used it saw a 29% improvement in small vessel blood flow in their legs in just 14 weeks. Oh, and try a quick drizzle of lemon juice over it. The vitamin C teams up with the oil's lutein to form a literal biological shield for your arterial walls.
Moving on to number 5, virgin coconut oil. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doc, isn't that a saturated fat? Yes, but it's incredibly rich in medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. These give you a quick metabolic spark because they go straight to your liver for energy without turning into harmful belly fat. It actually supports reverse cholesterol transport, which basically turns up the volume on your body's natural HDL garbage trucks, clearing out waste from your arterial walls. Keep it to 1 teaspoon to a tablespoon a day, and definitely add some black pepper. The piperine in the pepper actually boosts the absorption of the lauric acid by about 15%.
Now this next one is an absolute game changer if you're constantly dealing with freezing toes. Number 4 is black garlic oil. It contains this amazing compound called S-allylic cysteine, which promotes natural vasodilation. That means it physically expands the muscular walls of your blood vessels just a fraction of a millimeter. That tiny opening reduces the resistance your heart pushes against, allowing all that warm blood to finally reach your extremities. Pro tip, always use it raw, maybe whisked into a nice dressing.
At number 3, we have a quiet hero, pumpkin seed oil. It's just loaded with magnesium and zinc.
Studies looking at postmenopausal women found it not only lowered diastolic blood pressure, but actually made their main arteries softer and more flexible. And it naturally increases your nitric oxide while safely stopping blood cells from clumping together into dangerous clots. Just 1 tablespoon a day, drizzled over a bowl of soup or a salad, and you're golden. Coming in hot at number 2 is flaxseed oil. This stuff has the fastest documented effect on peripheral blood flow because it actually thins out syrupy, thick blood. It is the absolute richest plant source of ALA, an omega-3 that cuts blood viscosity and has been shown to reduce plaque buildup by around 40% in certain models. But hey, listen to me carefully. This is a critical warning from a surgeon. You must strictly consume it cold. Heat completely destroys its healing properties and literally turns it into toxic aldehydes. So keep it cold, maybe stir it into your morning yogurt or a smoothie. And finally, number 1, the undisputed heavyweight champion of cardiovascular health, extra virgin olive oil, or EVO. The massive PrettyMed trial actually proved a 40% reduction in heart disease risk. It is packed with polyphenols, particularly one called oleocomtal, which works exactly like a daily dose of natural ibuprofen, but without trashing your kidneys. It's essentially a biological shield that prevents your LDL cholesterol from oxidizing, rusting, and sticking to your arteries as rancid plaque. It's the gold standard for a reason.
All right, section 2, surgeons' secret synergy protocols. You see, in vascular science, pairing the right ingredients together is way more powerful than just taking a single oil by itself. Let's look at how to combine them.
This is where the magic happens, creating a double action effect on your circulation. Let's look at Protocol A, the morning ritual. Just combine 1 teaspoon of omega-3 rich chia seed oil with 1 teaspoon of EVO in warm lemon water. It thins the blood and softens the arteries right at the start of your day. Now, Protocol B is truly astonishing. Researchers at the University of Naples Federico II found a 41% improvement in vascular responsiveness just by taking 1 tablespoon of raw EVO with a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper on an empty stomach. The piperine plus the fasted state gives you 47% higher absorption. And finally, Protocol C, the anti-inflammatory engine. 1 tablespoon of EVO with 1 gram of fish oil at breakfast. The EPA and DHA from the fish oil absolutely turbocharge the olive oil's anti-inflammatory power. And I want you to know this really truly works. Take my patient Miriam, she's 73. She used to have terrible leg cramps waking her up 3 times a week. She was using refined light olive oil. We swapped that out for 4 tablespoons of authentic EVO and raw garlic daily, and within 10 weeks, the cramps were totally gone and her feet were finally warm again. Or Franklin, who's 77. His legs felt like they were literally wrapped in wet cement. By just switching to avocado oil for cooking and EVO for raw use, his clinical flow improved in just 12 weeks and he got his evening walks back. Listen to me, it is never, ever too late to change the fuel your vessels run on.
Moving on to section 3, boosters. Let's dive into castor oil and beetroot juice and see how these topical and juice therapies build a serious, robust defense against poor circulation.
First rule, you must never eat castor oil, but applying it topically, absolutely magical. It's packed with ricinoleic acid that penetrates deep into your tissue, stimulating local nitric oxide and lymphatic drainage. Here's what you do. Warm up 2 tablespoons and apply it from your ankles up to your knees. Now this is absolutely crucial. Strictly upward strokes only. Never ever massage downward. You have to assist those one-way venous valves in pushing the blood back up to your heart. Doing this for just 5 minutes per leg before bed brings a wonderful warmth back to the feet for many folks within a half hour.
Now, if oils are the structural materials, beetroot juice is the absolute turbo boost for nitric oxide because it's so incredibly high in dietary nitrates. A landmark study in the Journal of Applied Physiology had seniors take a 30-day challenge, drinking 8 ounces of beetroot juice every morning on an empty stomach. The results? A massive 45% improvement in leg blood flow and a 38% reduction in arterial stiffness. And that happened in just 15 days.
But hey, you've got to remember this surgeon's pro tip. Never use mouthwash after drinking your beetroot juice. Why? Because mouthwash will instantly wipe out the specific beneficial bacteria on your tongue that you absolutely require to convert those nitrates into the circulation-boosting nitric oxide your legs are begging for. Just skip the mouthwash. Okay, section 4, protecting your medicine. Because knowing which oil to buy is really only half the battle. How you store it entirely determines whether it's going to heal you or harm you.
You see, light, heat, and air are the absolute worst enemies of healthy fats. You should always buy unrefined, cold-pressed oils packaged in dark glass bottles. Clear plastic is a disaster because it lets UV light right in, breaking down the molecular bonds of the omega fatty acids and turning your precious liquid medicine into toxic oxidative rust in a matter of weeks. And please avoid anything labeled light or cholesterol-free. That's basically code for bleached, deodorized, and chemically altered. Keep those dark glass bottles tucked away in a cool, dark cupboard, as far from your hot stove as possible.
Remember, your blood vessels are dynamic, living tissues. That heavy feeling? It's largely a nutritional deficiency, not a life sentence handed down by your age. So here's my 7-day challenge to you. Look at the oils we talked about today and commit to just one of these rituals for the next week. Pay close attention to that warmth slowly returning to your feet. Notice if that wet cement feeling starts to finally lift. If this explainer opened your eyes today, share it with another senior who needs to hear it. I'm Dr. Davidson. It's time to ask yourself, are you ready to stop shuffling and start truly living?